My nephew, he is 19 years old, right? And he's around this stuff and he like jokes like, oh, I used my intuition, Geena, to blah, 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 right? So, but I always tell him, if I knew what, like, if I wish I knew at your age,
yes.
I would be a multi-millionaire. I would be this, because this transitions to not just being like, it's not, you shouldn't do it to become rich, but I'm telling you, the second you change your life, everything fucking comes. And I will never, like, someone debate me on that. Like, I can give you specific instances that once I stopped giving, like, being greedy and changed it with gratitude and clearing the space around me and making sure I had the right people, shit just came. Like, one year I got like this 20,000, no, like, what was that? We had a contest. I won like $50,000 that year on some random contest that I didn't even fucking try to do.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. I wanted to bring that up.
I'm telling you, miracles fucking happen. Like, it's crazy.
So Geena, in Theta, I learned that Geena had an issue that I have. I have an issue with money.
Yes, me
and
too.
Not being enough.
Never having enough. And I think a lot of people.
Yes.
You think of money from a place of scarcity.
Yes.
Versus I have an abundance of money, right?
But what did you do? What did you do with the church? Because that blows my mind.
Oh yeah. So when I was
because that leads into everything else that you just mentioned.
So yeah. So let's talk about money. Okay. So when you grow up not rich, which is most of the people here, right? And I don't know if you can relate. I know Drew relates. I've never talked to you about this, Chris, but you think that you're never going to have enough money, right? And so, like, as I went through life, I started making more money, and I always was in fear that it was going to be taken away, that I was going to get fired from my job, that, like, what would I do? Like, so I have to save it. I mean, I would buy, like, a pair of jeans and feel guilty about it, even though I've worked 90 hours that week and deserve it to get a pair of jeans, but I would feel guilty because what if I need that money? What if I lose my job? Whatever. So that was something I was working on during Theta. This was like a few years ago. And it was slowly like you know, working on, you can't come from scarcity. You have to come from an abundance of it. Like, I am taken care of. I am fine, whatever. And so one of the things that you do is you start spending money, right? And I'm like, oh shit, like, no, I can't spend money. Like, what? And I'm not saying spend it frivolously on stupid stuff, but even like if you're scared to spend, you know, like shit that makes you happy, right? So I don't know, something in me, I went to church one day and they were doing this challenge where you have to give, like, you have to commit to giving, I think it was 10% every month, right? And again, people have their beliefs on 10%. I'm not telling you to go, you have to do 10% to the church every month.
You have to do what is right for you. This is what
for whatever
Geena's
reason,
experience.
I was there at church and Pastor Miles over there at The Rock, he's like, 10% every month. I was like, you know what? I always donate, but I've never dedicated to 10% every month. And I was like, shit, like, that's a lot of money. You know what I mean? But I was like, you know what? For whatever reason, something in me told me to do it. Again, I'm not telling you to do it. I'm saying this is what I did. And I did it. And the first month I was like, oh my fucking God, right? And then literally the day after I put that amount, I got an endorsement at work for double that, right? So I'm like, okay. It gave me a little bit more confidence, right? Anyways, I kept doing it every month. It got easier. I was like, it is what it is. I'm going to trust that God has my back. And I know some people don't believe in God. The universe has my, whatever it is you want to believe in. That year, we had this contest. Do you remember that app? Like, it was some random app that we were supposed to post on for
I remember.
It was
that's how well the promotion went that weekend.
And they were doing it. It was like this new social media, and they wanted all the DJs in the country to start a page and like post on it, blah, 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 blah. Do you remember that, right? And the winner was going to get, like, whoever had the most followers at the end of the year was going to get like $50,000, something crazy, right? So let me tell you, I set up a profile because I had to. I put a picture. That's all I did. I would put a picture every now and then, kind of same on Instagram. I did not dedicate extra time to it. I didn't even really fucking pay attention to it, okay? Tell me why at the end of the year, I had the most followers on that thing. I had blah, blah, blah. And I was the #1 in the country and got that, whatever. I don't know if it's $50,000, but I want to say $50,000, which was so much more than I had donated to the church. Like, so my point is that was on top of, there was a lot of other blessings. So I remember like a random check, a refund check came from like the state one time that I shouldn't have got. Like, that whole year was crazy. And that really made me realize, like, you know what? Like, to me, after that, I didn't worry about money anymore.